Hello everyone, my name is Samantha and today we have another indicator, Osma. But before we start, I'd like to remind you that if you want to change your life and start earning money, text me on Telegram. Check some free signals and much more. You can find the link in the description. Let's get back to Osma. In fact, it's a kind of modification of MACD. Nothing complicated here, the principles are essentially similar, and let me explain quickly on the indicator how to work with it. We see a histogram that from time to time either goes up or down. What else is worth saying? Do not change the settings because its initial settings work best. That is, trying to climb is not worth. It will not lead to anything good as a rule. We see a histogram, it decreases at the bottom, decreases at the top. There are false inputs, but there are the consequences of a minute time frame. Therefore, this should also be taken into account further. We see how the indicator goes down. We have a zero mark. This is our main line. That is, the middle of this one goes down, and here we open a sell signal and see that it goes down further, and the same thing in the opposite direction when it goes up from the bottom. For example, here we saw a transition from the bottom up. We open a deal to buy it in principle. There is nothing supernatural here, and this indicator can also be used simply to make sure that our actions are correct, the actions we're going to make. But we can also use it like this. Let's send the deal down. Ideally put it on the opening of this moment, that is, we saw the transition down, found the deal, then it will be better to enter, but as a rule it moves a little bit at the bottom, it does not immediately unfold, so here we put it taking into account this interval. Let's look. So this is a great plus for us. You can continue further, but that is, you can see how it works out. You can notice that here it went up and it moves on for a while. Yes, there will be a reversal. You can accidentally get into a sharp reversal here. You can notice it. Such moments need to be kept in mind and remember about them, that such a sharp reversal can happen. Also, I'm not going to put when our indicator has gone up for a long time. For example, here, and I don't want to see the point in putting it up now. That is 3, let's call it candles. 3 candles can be taken into account, no longer worth it. So let's look for another entry. Here it is at our moment, but I don't really like to bet against the trend, especially for 1 minute. But in order to check this indicator, we put exactly on the indicator, so the deal is open. We bet against the trend, which is already a mistake, but let's look. And unfortunately this was a minus, but again, yes, when trading for 1 minute, we have no right to go against the trend. We see that it goes down, we bet on an increase. That is, we shouldn't do. So let's see, here we have a reversal, just a moment. How am I not on time? We had to open 2 more deals. Let's do 1 deal more or less. We put another one, but not very much. We jumped up a lot and this is a problem for us. But the deal is open, so let's watch. Excellent, 2 pluses in a row. We have closed unsuccessful and successful and plus closed. We put it down here, but again, I'm not going to put everything on the indicator against the trend anymore. We see here on the decline, the indicator says to go down, so let's look. At the last second, it plus came out, but we put it so that every time it returned to the same moment from which we entered into a deal. I thought there would be a refund, to be honest, but by the way, put it again, but it was necessary to put it right away as the deal closed. Let's take a little look. We haven't even had a third one yet, and it will be interesting for me to put 1 more time. Let's do it. I clicked on the opening of the transaction, and thanks to the internet, 2 transactions open instead of 1. We see the time difference, but okay, damn. But it's a shame. In fact, we will have to put a huge amount again. If there is a minus, they will have to open for $800, but this is nonsense. In fact, this glitch is very lame. But while it's in the minus, okay, let's look. and both deals closed in plus. We are working awesome today with this indicator, 1 minus in total, and then I warned that there might be a minus since they put it against the trend, which is not correct at the roots when trading in 1 minute. It is simply impossible to put against the trend, so well, let's look for more inputs. I hope there will be something interesting here. Here is the situation. Yes, this is already above zero here. This is the fourth candle on the indicator. Yeah, here is a great moment to enter the increase, but it was necessary to enter here. There would be a wonderful plus. We would not have entered badly, but unfortunately it is not an option to enter already. But maybe no one will go up from anything could happen. So well, here we have similar situation. We have a sharp jump down, a sharp jump down, then an increase, a sharp jump down, then an increase, a sharp jump down, an increase. That is when this increase ends. Well, I call it an adjustment, and I call it such an adjustment, but it may not be right a little bit. But on the other hand, we see the same situation: a sharp jump down, a sharp jump up, a sharp jump down, and it's all approximately at the same level, and it happens every time, lower and lower. On the other hand, here we have, well, it will be hard to put here. So okay, in this case, if you don't understand what to do, what action to take, we just close and leave. So here we have what happened. Here we have a sharp jump. Here we have a transaction, and there is our chart, but I don't want to put a sharp high volatility on such a large candle. As a rule, it can slow down or roll back. That is, there was a sharp stimulation, then anything can happen. We can't affect it with a large transaction amount of something else. Here we are trying to predict the moment of the chart, fortunately. What is amenable to analysis is already cool. If it wasn't amenable to analysis, no one would be trying to make money here. So now, well, here we have a clear downward trend all the time down. Yes, here it is. Thanks, but the situation could be easier for the sake of the video, but let's wait a little bit for a rollback to the more accurate situation. Well, we'll just wait here for some kind of rollback, a sharp jump like this. We had a pullback here. Let's put it on a decline. Well, let's see how it works, how the indicator will work in such a situation. Just a very sharp jump down, and now a rollback of a few steps back has been made. The deal is open. Let's watch. Okay, the deal closed in a plus with such a large candle and sharp volatility. I will not bet, and you accordingly should draw a conclusion and not bet in such situations. Okay, so we continue at the same pace without disrupting the movement, and we should look for an indicator that shows a downward movement. So well, again, we put it to try. Well, I do not know, in fact the situation is stupid. That is, now it can give a little bit down, but it will correct levels because of what we will not earn, and this is a market moment. It is not controlled in any way, but it is certainly difficult to take it. It's a bit hard to decide on this, but I need to block the negative. We have a trend for an increase, and we see a sharp jump for us. Then small candles, we're going to put it now, and it's not a fact that it will go up. It can go down. Well, we need to return $50 somehow, which is an option for us. Well, red with black, which by the way plus here goes down, and you can put it on a rollback here. It would be not bad to try rollback, but you need a big red candle. The more the better. Well, it's not that anyway. Let's look for something else. Yeah, this is not an option to put here. You see, we have a chart, then it went down here, then roughly speaking horizontally there are some movements here that could be traded, but here it went down again and a sharp jump down. Then it goes down and comes back up with high volatility. Well, with moderate volatility, let's say now we need to put on an increase for a minute. The deal is enough for us here. Plot of the chart to understand how I can bet against the trend. That is, it will not be possible to enter into a deal here. We will look for something better to return this $50. Well, in such situations, it's not pleasant to trade at all. This situation is just similar. Look how similar situations are. There's just one red candle, but we didn't have time to put it against the trend here. I don't want to put it and I won't do it. Here we won't have similar situation anywhere, as if we're looking at one currency pair all the time, in which there is a little bit of difference. But basically there is no difference, but that's how it works. They are all tied to each other. Everything is so wavy that it's a little bit like a situation to act on this currency pair. That's just it. But this is our market. It works like this. There's nothing to be done with it, so it's just better not to put. Okay, it tells us to bet against the trend, but this is enough not to bet against the trend here. Then it says to raise the bet. We put and saw the pink bar, and then I'll just want to fight the same decline and went down. The probability that the same thing will happen here is low. No, of course it's set. So let's see what's wrong with the signals of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 deals, but we put one time doubled, then it's 6 deals. We have already done it well. The balance has grown, everyone can see it, but I want to find a good difference from where we started trading. The market has changed. It has changed a lot. What I said in the last video is that so many indicators have been created for this because everyone has their own situations on the market, and if, for example, we don't have situations to answer, then maybe another indicator will show some kind of input. And we are working like this. For this indicator, such a number. Maybe anybody has a question. Why do we have so many indicators if they are all similar? Yeah, so let's try to put it here. I don't know how much longer I put again. Now the deal will be registered again. This is a signal that it's time to finish. The deal opens 5 seconds after I click on the bottom. The deal is open for a decrease. Okay, $100 to close. The last minute will be stopped. Deal is profitable. Yeah, that is, I think that it is necessary to stop trading because everything is working with a strong delay, but in any case it was profitable. So that's it, such an indicator we had today. Write in the comment section what you think about this indicator. Thanks a lot for watching and bye.